Hello, I'm Penny. I'm going to talk a little bit about my own story. From a very young age, I was spiritually aware. I remember when I was crawling and looking up at my father and thinking, why am I in this body? And I would see spirits, and this was normal for me, but these things are not terribly popular. So I remember kind of shutting it down and forgetting about that. And then just living my life struggling. I struggled as a child and as a teenager. I had a bit of a breakdown in my teens. Things weren't easy growing up. But I had always had this dream to move to South America. And in my kind of mid-20s, I got the chance and I grabbed it with both hands. So with my then husband, we lived in Venezuela for a year. And there's one trip that really stands out for me. Obviously, we had a lot of experiences there, but we flew into Canaima, just a small airstrip in the middle of nowhere where the Angel Falls are. The Angel Falls are the highest waterfalls in the world. They trickle, they cascade over a kilometre down a mountainside. It's pretty extraordinary. So we were going there, and you get a canoe. It was a private dugout canoe with a motor, and it's about an hour up the river from where we were staying in huts. And it was quite extraordinary. So we took this journey, and in the middle of the journey, I remember hearing this almighty crack, and I'm like, closing my eyes and then thinking, well, that's it. We're going down. The boat must have broken and we're not going to survive very long because there are piranha. Now, I knew all about piranha, and you know that you're not going to survive very long at all in those waters. So I was bracing. I remember feeling quite calm, thinking, bracing myself, okay, we're going down. That's it. And then I opened my eyes and nothing had changed. So there's the boatman just taking the boat up the river, and I'm like, what? I felt really different. And then I thought, oh my God, the crack, the almighty crack was internal, which I heard. This was internal because I didn't feel quite the same. And everything seemed a lot more vibrant. I remember getting out of the boat and hearing the crash, crash, crash of the waterfall, and everything was a bit green and vibrant, as if I had taken something and been quite unsure. But something had changed, and internally I think I'd opened up, and after that I probably had out-of-body experiences before then, but I remember deciding I'm going to sort myself out and having these experiences of traveling. So my out-of-body experiences, it's a cheap way to travel, isn't it? So my out-of-body experiences are when this kind of vibration, a really strong vibration and a pull, a tingling, and I leave my body, I'm conscious. And then I black out, and then I find myself somewhere. And it's so real, and it's so vibrant, and it's so different. There's no pain, there's no suffering. You're not really aware of a body, but you are aware that you think and that you are someone. And I have conversations with a spirit guide, or I get taken on a bit of a journey. One in particular was when I saw this huge black hole. I thought I was going to die, actually. When I came back, I thought, oh, I better make sure my will is up to scratch. But obviously, I'm still here. And it was all it was like velvet, but it was so full of life. And these kind of lights, even though it was black, it was very inviting. And it was stunning. And then, I have these conversations and all kinds of things. And it's very like a near-death experience, I can imagine. It probably is a near-death experience. And then when I come, the thing is when you come back, so I black out again and I come back and I open my eyes and I look around, and it's a bit of a shock. because you think, that was real, what's this? It doesn't feel so real being here. And I believe that is true. I think that is real, more real than this. And we are here for a reason. We are here to learn, to explore, to change, to expand, whatever we're here for. But certainly to learn things like love and compassion and kindness. When we think of all the things we focus on in life, I mean, I was in a couple of senior management jobs which were very important at the time, and then this kind of becomes so much more important for me. So I walk with life. That is what I do every day, in spend as much time in the present as I can. And I believe it's in that moment. There is no past, there is no future. It is now, and it is now we create, and we can create beautiful things. That we do create our reality with our thoughts. I mean, obviously life happens, things happen, we have no control over, but it feels like we have this opportunity to be present in the now, which is the only thing that is real, and to create something quite amazing. So I work with people who have similar experiences or traumatic experiences or difficult experiences, and work with what we've got, what's in front of us, and walk with life.